Today in our 2010 Kia Sportage, we're going to take a look at and also show you how to install the CURT Custom Fit Class 3 Trailer Hitch Receiver. This offers the 2" by 2" receiver tube opening. Its part number is 13526. Now here's what our hitch looks like installed on our Sportage. As you can see, that main cross tube remains hidden up behind the fascia. You're just going to have this intersection that comes down here in our receiver tube opening. This is a Class 3 hitch, so it gives us the 2" by 2" receiver tube opening, and it's going to make it a very versatile hitch. Now, the overall aesthetics are nice, as we said. You can't see a whole lot of it. It's got that flush style reinforcement collar on it. The safety chain connection points are the rounded steel stock material, so they're not big and bold, not really standing out too much there, but they are plenty large enough for whatever size chains you might want to connect. You'll see the single pin hole. It's going to be 5/8 of an inch in diameter. You want to choose Class 3 accessories, of course, to secure any of the items you put in the hitch, but you'll notice there's plenty of room there. So if you're using just a standard pin and clip, maybe a locking hitch pin or even an anti-rattle device, should be plenty of room for that to work. As far as weight ratings go, we have a 350-pound tongue weight rating, so that's the maximum downward force that we can put here at the receiver tube opening. Now it's also going to give us a 3,500-pound gross trailer weight rating. That's the total weight of our trailer and then anything that we load up on it. We want to, of course, check the owner's manual on the Sportage as well. We want to see what it's rated for, and we can use whichever of those numbers are the lowest. Now, a couple measurements that you'll find helpful when it's time to select your ball mount bike rack or hitch cargo carrier will be from the ground to the inside top edge of the receiver tube opening. We've got about 13¼ inches. Then from the center of our hitch pin hole to the outermost edge of our bumper, it's about 6¼ inches. Now, one of the first steps in our installation process is going to be to lower the exhaust down so we can get the hitch up into place. Before we do that, we're going to support it with a strap here. It's just going to help to keep us from putting unnecessary pressure on the exhaust hangers up front there. So we'll pull that up like that. That'll offer some support. And we'll remove the hangers. See, we've got one here on the passenger side. And there's going to be two on the driver's side. This one here and this one here. Now you can make it a little bit easier on yourself if you'll use some spray lubricant. It tends to help those slide off a little bit better. And then like a big screwdriver or a pry bar. Pull out, they're going to slide off of those studs. All right, now we'll just relax our strap a little bit here. That's going to allow that to come down nicely. Should give us plenty of room to work. Next thing to take off is going to be our tow hook here. It's held in place with 4 bolts. You can see 1 here, 2, 3, and 4 kind of hidden there behind the bracket. Now to remove these, we'll use a 14mm socket. We'll get all 4 of them taken out. And once those 4 are out, we've got one more. It's going to be the same size, but it's located on the side of the frame rail here. All right, now we can return that to our customer. We won't be putting it back into position. Now on the passenger side, we're going to return the 2 forward bolts on the bottom and the one up on the top here. We're not going to be using the holes, so this is just going to plug them up so moisture and stuff won't get in. And we're also going to remove the 1 additional bolt all the way at the back side here. Just like that. Now on the driver's side, we're going to need to take out the 2 bolts in the back side of the frame rail. And the one located to the side of the one there in front, we want to be sure we get that cleaned out. We want our threads to be able to start in there without any issues. See, that bolt just won't start, so that bolt's not going to start, neither is our hardware bolt. So we'll clean that out. We use nylon tube brush, part number 814092, and a little bit of spray lubricant. Now you'll see our bolt is going to thread in there fine for us, so ready to get our hitch raised into position. Now to get our hitch into position, we want to go up over the exhaust on both sides, just about like that. Now, we're going to use the provided hardware to attach it. On each of those bolts, we're going to put a conical tooth washer It's important that the teeth of that washer face up towards our hitch. We're going to get one started really well on each side, then we'll get the rest of our hardware in place. All right, now with all three fasteners started on each side, we'll take a quick look just to make sure we've got our hitch centered, and we'll snug those down with a 17 millimeter. Now we'll get those torqued down to the specifications that'll be listed in our instructions. Now with our hardware torqued down, we can get our exhaust back in place. A little bit more sprayed lubricant is going to help with this. Once we have those three back in place, we can remove our strap and our hitch is going to be ready for use. With our exhaust back in place, that's going to complete our installation of the CURT Custom Fit Class 3 Trailer Hitch Receiver, part number 13526 on our 2010.
Click the link below to shop, learn more, or visit us at eTrailer.com.